All right, welcome back. We had top one for a little bit. We peaked our MMR at 21, 27, and then we lost a couple games. So we're still playing our big blazing list. Take a look. So this has been a really good matchup into Inferno. Although we have lost 2 games against Inferno, it's probably at a 80 to 90% win rate against Inferno. We did get what we wanted offline, which is getting more matchups against other factions. Now it's got about a 50% win rate against Nur. Nur is just really good into this, especially if they have any cards that are that can get rid of or stall big targets, as well as their dispels. You know, against Blazing Glory, against Elite Squire, against my Soul Consuming Wraith. Dispel is very, very, very strong. And then Watchman is our tech card against Necro, which has really helped us in that matchup. Even though we don't see it much, I still like it. It still helps us against Inferno. But against Nur, it doesn't output enough damage and put enough pressure on. It can help us get through some front lines, but Nur's a big problem. Usually when we face Nur, you have to drop a big creature immediately or put pressure on immediately, and hope it either sticks or see if you can overwhelm them with early pressure. But once they get tier 4, the game gets rather impossible. So we're just going to run this again. I did make a few changes. So we did have Angelic Alliance in the deck. Again, that one, I took that one out because while it helped with our Inferno matchup, and maybe with the Haven and Necro matchups, it was really bad into the Nur matchup. We need more pressure. We don't need more, our creatures to be really healthy. We need them to be on the board attacking. So I took that out and I actually replaced it with Arcane Keeper. So Arcane Keeper just ends up being a good removal for any front lines. I found that in the Nur matchups or any other matchup, if Shinoshi was played, we didn't have a great answer. Our own Shinoshi is not a great answer typically, just dropping it with our initiative. Celestial is just a risky answer, especially if they put a front line down. There really isn't a good answer to Shinoshi. So Arcane Keeper becomes that answer, as well as gives us a little bit more variety in how we can handle what other decks throw at us. I did consider taking out a Kayn. The Kayn's really good in the Inferno matchup because it can't help but kill it. It's not good in Nur because it can get dispelled. It's not good in Necro because it can get copied. It's good in the Haven matchup, which is they typically don't have a way to remove this from the board, and so it's eventually going to go off. So I was thinking about putting in a Landsknecht. This 6 mana here. This one. It's got the same mana cost and gold production, and it just adds that extra pressure we're looking for. But then I decided to leave it back in. This is great for Haven. It's good for Nur, but it just kind of dies in Inferno. And we're seeing really mostly Inferno still, even though a lot of the latter, even though we didn't see a lot of Inferno yesterday, but it's just such a strong card. It's the card draw that we need in this deck. It helps us to play our big things, put our relics down, or our artifacts down. It's just very, very, very strong. So really the main change is the Arcane Keeper. Alright, and without further ado, let's go ahead and just start playing. And they just destroyed us on turn 2. Because they played the Chaos Seats here and shelve 13 gold,
Justice marches.
and then 2, were those the 3/3s with flank? So they did 18 damage with that combo. Okay. I do like boots to get through our deck. Well, we really want pressure early. I want to keep Imperial Guard for the chance that we draw something big, but chances are not that great. Watchman is something to play. I mean, really what I'm looking for is a bag of gold, Shelver, maybe our 4/4. So I think actually we toss most of this. It's very risky because if we don't get that early pressure like I was talking about, Imperial Guard's not a bad keep, especially with boots. So yeah, we'll keep that one for now. Okay, so this is not great, but at least we'll be able to play our hand and hopefully get some good draw next turn. Yeah, they do a lot of ramping. I might hold the Ring of Caution. It's just really good, and when I can pair it with Blazing Glories, so I think I'll hold it. So the opponent went super ramp. 1 shelve, boots, and bag of gold, so they're gonna have 14 gold next turn. We'll get some more chip damage in. Which is gonna make reacting very, very difficult. Okay, we're not drawing our reactive cards. I think I'd need to do better full mulligans, because we just need early pressure. Okay, so glad we'll play this just so we get a bigger elite squire. I think we're just going to keep... okay, so they do have -1 gold. So it could be Implosion, could be Vampiric, could be Divine Intervention. I think we just play this for now. Get another minion on the board. There's nothing I really want to resurrect. Yeah, this is just extremely slow. We'll spread out our front lines just in case there's a Shinoshi, and then we have Arcane Keeper just in case. So if he hits here or here, he gets that damage in, but it's not too bad. But yeah, right now we're just not applying the pressure we need. Oh, he's doing a construct deck. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we'll hit here because this is his most valuable trade first. And he takes it anyways. We can swing here, but it doesn't matter really what we do from there. Just gonna take that out anyways. We can remove his 7/3. I think we go ahead and do that just to keep the pressure lower.
Knowledge
also, keeping this
elevates
board
me.
clear gives us a little bit better look at, you know, if we draw Shinoshi, his cleave, being able to play around it isn't as easy. Hey, Rockster, how's it going? I'm gonna toss Resurrection, we don't need it. Since he's playing constructs, Arcane Keeper might not be a bad keep here. And I'm gonna throw Imperial Guard because we just need something to play. And we have our Tithe Collector to give us the extra gold. So we'll see what he does here. This guy really likes to draw cards. He overdrew his Foundry. Okay, I think we do just play Shinoshi, put the pressure down. There's not really much else. Arcane Keeper's doesn't have great targets. This we can't kill this off. And if we're just going 7, 8, 9, not great, so Shinoshi. We'll swing Shinoshi first. Won't pick a skill yet, just in case we need a little bit more reach. He's looking to kill me.
A new formula succeeds.
I did send our Divine Intervention to the bottom. But I think I'd like to keep this hand and see if we can keep some pressure on. Well, we have the boots up, get our extra gold. He's got 17 gold. Very scary. Yeah, we did send a Divine Intervention and a Resurrection to the bottom. Classic air trap. Okay, he's gonna hit level 4. It's too bad. Maybe we go... So he probably has Blast of Wind here. I think the only thing to do is to try and play around it, as well as Lion Shield, which is very difficult for us, so we should probably try and go as wide as possible here. Could Arcane Keeper his guy?
Which righteous path?
We could try and see if we can get a cane off.
Remember, and we will.
I mean, I guess he just Blast of Wind and then he attacks with his Traveler first.
My power refines.
I mean, we don't have any bags of gold down or anything like that, so it's looking kind of hopeless right now. Maybe I'll regret mulliganing this away, but it's not helpful right now. Big things. I think I'm going to play the front line and some of this healing, just so that we can stay a little bit more healthy. Let's get rid of these. I think we're going to play the Resurrection now, so we'll play everything else. And if we had chosen health last turn, we could have resurrected our Shinoshi this turn. So a bit of a misplay on my part. Put this in the middle. So we'll just go defense here.
The light grows.
Just keep separating everything out. It's hard to kill the Arcane off here, especially when I've just picked defense. It looks like we're gonna need everything to get through the 1/7 anyways. So this, I think we're gonna have to try and get our Dolphin down. How are we actually gonna do that? We don't have a bag of gold. It's a good dispel. Maybe he'll make this gargoyle big enough that we can kill it off. Looks like we're dying though.
The light strengthens me.
I'm going to trade here. Let's see, is there a point? He's still got one more charge on this. So we would kill off our Tithe Collector. So I think we go ahead and just keep everything alive. Because I'm going to want to play Bag of Gold. And hopefully we're not dead. It seems like he's been holding a +1 for a little while. It's probably Implosion. But we're going to try and get to our Divine Intervention and ramp. So if we can survive this turn, which doesn't look good for us, we have no front line, we have 9 health, and he has Implosion in hand.
An elegant maneuver.
I think that's a pretty good tell that he's got Implosion. Okay, so right from the beginning, we just needed to mulligan for something to put that pressure down. So that would have been a good early Celestial, if we could find it. Alright, we got 20 points to go.
Time to burn something. Justice marches.
Thank you, sir. A lot of it was just also abusing turn 1 Shinoshi. It's pretty devastating. We'll keep the healing tent, we'll keep the boots. Let's just keep the healing tent here. We'll keep Shinoshi, it would be great if we could get something fun to play, just slamming it. 1 off from it. So we'll go ahead and play this out here. And we'll just use our Resurrection to either bring back Tithe Collector or Frontline, depending on what they play. Yeah, we had some pretty lucky streaks, for sure. This is, like, I don't know if you saw the intro to the deck, but it's only got 3 cards on the top end. 2 of them are over 10 cost. So you would think that our openers would be a lot like the one I just played. But it's been working out for the most part. Just been good. Let's play defensively here. See if we can just kill this off. I guess we're never really killing that off. I really do want to save it for chipping away what he summons, but that's probably not happening. And we're hoping for a Shinoshi next turn.
Let me think.
So
By the
maybe just go in
light.
face here. I don't know. Yeah, definitely going first has left it a little awkward. Maybe an argument to just heal tent nothing, so that we can save our hero for the Resurrection. And I think we skip attack here. Pray he doesn't have a firebolt to end our turn. It's not that big of a deal if we don't resurrect a 1 or a 2 cost creature. Just to save us a little health. We'll heal this just to try and make sure it stays up. It was a good thing we healed the Tithe Collector, because then he could have killed it there. But we'll skip attack again. Yeah, Rob, you gotta have good luck. That's how you really claim. That's the secret to winning. It's just being lucky. Like this. I have 2 more +1 production cards in my deck, and if I'm lucky, I won't draw them. Yeah, so, and that's the other thing with this deck that I was highlighting was a lot of the times you're kind of stuck into playing making the play that you drew in your hand. And that works well in ladder, not great for tournament. As long as your opponent doesn't know you well. Because if he could play around Shinoshi here, then I had very limited options. So he does do a little bit of playing around it. So we can play around the flanking and put it on this side. We're definitely slamming it. He's got a big board. We'll just hit the middle here. So with the rune up, Shinoshi's probably going to die next turn. So healing tent saves us quite a bit of health here. Wonder how he's going to play it, see if he can get his flank damage in. That just takes that out. We'll go ahead and play for health. We're not concerned about this imp. We'll get defense here to see if we can get Shinoshi to survive, or to get him to take some more damage to it. New streamer. Yeah. I am a new streamer. Please follow me. So now in this position, I'm not exactly sure what I want. We can hold Divine Intervention. We used 1 Resurrection. That would have been the ideal draw here. We don't have anything really going for us. No artifacts, no boots. We just have Imperial Guard. We could just toss Divine Intervention. But that could just be a good play. So his turn's probably going to be remove Shinoshi and then play something around 5 cost. We could keep Celestial and just keep this hand. Maybe get rid of the Shelver. Look for something a little bit more we could be doing here. So Celestial Boots is good if we're healthy enough. Otherwise we could go just Divine Intervention and try and keep chipping away. Unfortunate we can't set up for lethal here. Yeah, that removes the Divine Intervention play. We'll probably just go Celestial Boots and play defensively. And then do Divine Intervention next turn. If we held on to our... Well... Yeah, we'll see. This guard's against the flank. We potentially might be swinging at that breeder. I mean, Fiery Weapon or Firebolt, everything's bad here. I am Hangry Hippo, yeah. I just rebranded for streaming. Yeah, we could actually just go face. Let's see. Just go Divine Intervention. Do have 2 big things up, which is really nice. And the imps make our next turn a little awkward.
Which righteous path?
Let's go ahead and just play for health right now. And we'll try and take out one of these imps. Alright, we'll go ahead and make our next turn a little bit less awkward. Get rid of this guy, keep Imperial Guard so we get a little bit more mana. Ring of Caution is really great to see. It'll help our other guys survive. Not a great turn for us, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I think we gotta play Divine Intervention, Ring of Caution, so we might just go Boots here. It doesn't look like he drew blind, so you know, he's either dedicating a lot of spells into our creatures, or we can get these attacks off. So it looks like he's got the clear on the creatures. Okay, it doesn't look like he's got anything left, so this is looking good. Alright, so we did get the win. It wasn't super high level gameplay. Got a slow start, definitely a lot of pressure. Not our best showing, but a win is a win. We'll take it. Okay, we haven't seen the Haven mirror in a while.
Justice marches. Justice marches.
One thing we know for sure is Shinoshi's very good in the mirror. Healing 10, not so much. I will get rid of Ring of Caution, even though if we pull a Blazing Glory, it would be really, really, really good. But we'll keep our Shelvers, look for a front line. Okay, we do get Shinoshi. I think we just go ahead and play it, even though they could turn one Shinoshi us. Maybe we don't. I think we save it. That would be very losing, you know, if we don't have a Resurrection in hand. What we could do is play for turn 2 Sandalphon. Play these two.
I must choose
This is
wisely.
also why I don't like having more, you know, top end, is you could just have some very awkward hands. I think at least if they pull a Shinoshi down, we'll get a bag of gold. So in the least. This is usually not what we like to see. Okay, we know these two cards in his hand are gold production cards. Guess we'll just go ahead and try and chip his gold production. Guardian Angel on this card is not great because it will just get removed when he attacks. So it looks like we're going to have the option to play either one next turn. Yeah, I've seen you rising in the ranks. You are almost there. And impressive with Necro too. Oh, very good. Okay, we got a lot of gold. He's got a lot of gold. We're gonna both play Sandy. That's annoying, but we could still get through that with our hero if we play Sandy. At least he's not putting a lot more damage down. He only put 3 on the board, so that's actually really good. I think we go Sandy here because of that. Helps us get through that. He played around Shinoshi, so we won't. We will play, instead of Bag of Gold, so here's the thing. We already got Sandy down. Bag of Gold just eats up an artifact slot. We have Boots and Ring of Cautions left in the deck, so we're actually looking to get rid of this. And so we'll put this down to save some health. He's probably running Sunburst, so we can put it over here. And the way he played Temple, they both died to the hero. Swing here first. Because his second turn was not a lot of pressure, we're feeling pretty in control of this game. We'll go ahead and just pick offense. See if we can.
The light
close it out a little
strengthens
faster.
me.
You know, we're also, well, we're still in danger of a Shinoshi if he has it. So there's the Tithe Collector eating
Justice rises.
eating some damage for us. Question is, do we take out this? Play it a little bit safer. I think we do. You know, the only thing that he can come back with are some big cards. I don't even know if he wants to take that. Okay, feeling pretty healthy. I'm gonna mulligan all this away. Except for Shinoshi. 12 health, we were looking for a front line. Healing 10's great. So it's not a big front line, but it does stop Shinoshi. Which is the important thing. And then we'll go ahead and play our other big guy. And healing 10 over here. How was that another sunburst? Yeah. Okay, so that should be it. That was a misplay. Should have hit with our either of these to kill the temple, but he didn't see it anyways. I guess it's the same amount of actions no matter what. I haven't gotten the Blazing Glory combo in a while. Alright, let's see if we can open up with something actually mana efficient this game.
Justice marches.
I don't need 2 Watchman. So we could just open up Celestial. Depends on what they do, actually. They do some summoners, then we can play everything but Celestial here. It's nice to have the option this turn. Okay. I think we just go ahead and play Pressure. Take our hit. So it looks like this could be a more spell-oriented list. I will take a hit here, just because it's annoying. So I think that was a good turn from the opponent. We did get 8 damage in, but he healed for 4 and set up 2 relics. I like Holy Praetorian as shield. I like Watchman. I like all these actually, just to play some more stats. Get a Ring of Caution, make it harder for him to remove my cards, and then Shinoshi we can play next turn. It looks like he could have Armageddon or Blind Up. Armageddon doesn't look like it's that great unless he's got the follow-up. We will keep Shinoshi, just try and chance getting it next turn. Another good draw would be Resurrection if our creatures die off in the right order. Okay, interesting, he went off for Ring of Caution. Guess he's more interested in trying to get through.
Chaos fuels me.
That is a big thing. Let's go ahead and get the temple down. We'll clear this. We can give, normally I give health against Inferno, so we can actually keep it alive. Let's go ahead and do that.
The light grows.
Keep this. Let's see. So we could play creatures, try and set up for resurrection. And then try and aim for Shinoshi lethal next turn. Problem is if Feet doesn't, you know, this actually would have been better to kill off this
What do you
turn and
think?
just
By the
resurrect
light?
immediately. We'll still play these out and see if it still works for us. Because either way, I think we're going to get, we're going to have this next turn. So all we have to do is survive. Be healthy enough to survive his initiative next turn. So I hope he doesn't have another rally the flag. So it is looking like we get the resurrection off. And that should be game. Alright, we got there. Got our new quest. $21.16. Alright, we'll keep playing. Key price is $80. And so this key
That
isn't as
answers
good
my
as the
call.
Founder's Key because it doesn't
Justice
give you the 20%
marches.
discount, but it's still 60 packs for $80 plus a little extra. 10 Stronghold rares, a limited legendary for Stronghold, and a card back. Let's try and play. I like the Praetorian just in case they go Ghost Dragon. And then get our bag of gold down. Blazing Glory is fine. If we can get a Healing Tent or Ring of Caution off this mulligan, that'd be great. I think this is a fine opener in this matchup. So now we could play Tithe Collector. Okay, I think we're just playing it anyways without thinking. Hopefully I did the math right. Maybe Tithe Collector can eat a Plague Zombie. Oh, actually, it's not killing itself off. Never mind. So this is good. We're going to mulligan this away if Tithe Collector survives, which it will. And then we'll look for Watchman so we can play it on our turn. We're okay going slow. Look for Ring of Caution. Got Shinoshi, we got Watchman, we got Ring of Caution, so we got a very good hand here. I'm not going to just jam Shinoshi. Our board space is a little limited. I think I want to get this and this down and trust that we have our one front line to be able to do what we want. But we got a lot of threats on the field. He wants to remove this, he wants to remove this, he wants to remove this, or this, and, you know, probably this too. So it could go double front line, but I think we just keep our threats on the field.
I must choose wisely.
Could be the... I'm not going to play anything over there just because of Cleave. So we'll see how we do here. Second Corpse Harvester is really good if we can keep this guy alive. This just wins the game here if you can't deal with it. And so far he can't. We hit here, get health, and then this lives through 2 hits.
Justice rises.
I reclaim my strength.
Okay, show this here as expected. And then we just hit here. Watch man do work. That feels like game. We gotta trade this out. Hit here, get the last ring of caution, heal on that. We don't need our Tithe Collector, we need board space. And damage. I'll keep these two. Front lines are really good in this matchup. Even though Shinoshi's not great, because he has Lion Shield up, it's just a really good card because they're so board-based. Okay, so you finally do the answer. Could just resurrect it. That would be mean, wouldn't it? Because he's probably holding a Dance or a Shadow Image. So I think that's actually the play here. I mean, it doesn't even really matter because we can Arcane Keeper this away. It's kind of mean. Yeah, let's just do it. Get back our best card. Play this, and this is actually... play this.
Your efforts are noted. I concede for now.
Yeah, Watchmen feels a little unfair sometimes. One more level up for our weekly quest. Oh wait, 21:17. It's a very slow climb. Oh, Might&Pill. Wow, Might&Pill's been climbing. It must have been a bug, because last time we faced him he was over rank.
Justice marches.
We'll just mulligan this all the way, keep up the Imperial Guard. See if we can get something playable. Okay, that is very playable. We'll see if we can get these guys to grow. I didn't have to think too much about my turn.
You fight better than expected.
I don't think I was going to play anything else. There was an argument for Imperial Guard.
Now that was interesting.
Maybe that was better. That way you can guarantee one of them gets all the buffs. I like holding this for next turn and this, so I think we'll keep this.
Which torment next?
Might&Pill might have already conceded at this point. So, what do I say here? I guess so. See if we can get another hit off. And so yeah, he might be wasting my time now if he's already given up. But we'll take this MMR. It should be at least 3 points.
Thinking.
I mean, maybe the correct attack was to just hit with this one. Okay, try and guarantee it. Why do you dislike Ghost Dragon? You don't like playing against it? Or you don't like playing it? Ghost Dragon is very good. I think if I did play Necro, I'd play something like Rob's tempo-oriented Necro deck. It's got some bigger, more aggressive turn ones. And then once you get your opponent low, you stay a little bit healthy, keeping the focus on clearing them clearing your board. And you can do all the fun stuff with Soul Calling, Dance of the Dead.
Enjoy it this time.
Alright, so we got to see the double Blazing Glory Ring of Caution turn. Alright, so yeah, we did get 3 points for that. Open up aggressive enough. Oh, FBK sniping me. He knows we're bad into nerf.
Let the experiment begin.
Justice marches.
Why is his rank at 1201? What's going on? Okay, so I think we try and open up Celestial. We can do Celestial Healing Tent. But that's aggressive, so... And he goes first, so hopefully he doesn't just have his answer. We got double Blazing Glory Healing Tent, which is also good. So we got some options.
Greetings, my friend.
Peace be upon you.
Okay,
for
so
now.
that already tells me Blazing Glory Healing Tent's probably better, just so we can get... even if he's got Dispel up, it should be okay. He's running this card. I wonder if he's trying out the new Construct, the 7/7. Yeah, so we do this for sure. Do this for sure. Question is, do you play a 2/3 or another Blazing Glory? Probably another Blazing Glory. I think I'll position this way. So we want to be aggressive.
Even a Jinn may falter.
Even heroes falter at times.
Interesting that he showed that. I have to swing here anyway, so we could take out the Blazing Glory or the Healing Tent. You would think he'd want to take out a Blazing Glory. Yeah. And so we'll take that guy out. And whatever he shoots, it doesn't matter what he shoots, he's going to shoot Healing Tent. So we'll get the heal off. What does it say? Whenever a friendly character is healed, they have to heal friendly. And we won't let him shelve twice. I think we keep Celestial, but we can look for some other things. Just need to keep pressure. Chances are he's got an answer for this, but I would love to get this down. And if he's got an answer for this...
I cannot do
means
that.
He potentially won't have an answer for these two, so this could probably get the shelve off. I think we just go with that route. But do we want to play Watchman?
Which
Or
righteous path?
We need to play the Ring of Caution, right? I think it's just between these two. I think we just play the Ring of Caution for more healing. Does he have Shinoshi? This isn't good into Blast of Wind, but I just didn't want Shinoshi to be an option. But if he Blast of Wind this, that's still good for me. I'm still not sure whether I want to be aggressive or get health here. Even if we get attack, we can't take out his wizard tower. We can't take out the 1/3 either, so we can go ahead and make this trade here. I think we're okay with him getting random wizards. Rather push more damage. Hey there, is it me or is your voice super low compared to the game? I am doing a little whispering. I could change that. I can reduce the audio of the game. Let's see. I will adjust my microphone to be a little bit louder next stream. Thanks for the feedback. I might have lost him.
Justice rises.
Alright, we'll go ahead and hit here. Yeah, it looks like he might have disconnected. What someone who is actually ranked 1201 would give us. You guys saving your gold for Stronghold? 2121. So I think that was more. I think it was just a visual glitch. Canon Love. I think this person plays kind of a big haven.
Justice marches.
I've had a couple
Justice
matchups
marches.
here. I'd love to get Blazing Glory out. Especially behind a front line. We'll go ahead and keep this one, even though Elite Squire is not going to be great. Oh, a Watchman for a Watchman. I'd rather get Healing Tent out than... He doesn't have Shinoshi anyways, than Watchman. So he did have a counter to what I have. But that was better than us playing a Celestial. Alright, we dig for a turn 2 Shinoshi. That's good too. I think we can play it all. It's not good unless he just slams Shinoshi there. I think we'd still play it. I guess we could go Blazing Glory, Guard, Ring. That's an option. This survives this hit here.
Let me think. By the light.
Get the bag of gold down to match his bag of gold. Problem is if he's running Guardian Angel or Bless, it's not that great. And then we'll put this on the outside to protect our healing tent. I'm okay with him putting 8 on my face just to get our creatures going. So we can't trade this out. We can't do that. I guess we go ahead and just take this out. We can, no. Interesting. Don't think we try and kill that. We could. If we do, we're going here anyways. Definitely could trade it out. Or we could get a lot of damage in.
Justice rises.
Let's not. Alright, let's keep it up, because if we do trade that out, then this could die to Sunburst. Alright, we'll keep Imperial Guard for the extra mana, and its front one. Yeah, we're normally pretty quick to deal lots of damage to the face, but just being cautious here. We could go with Kane and Frontline. We already have a big thing. And if he Shinoshi's a Kane, then I think we're okay with that. 7, I could play Celestial.
I must choose wisely.
I think I like the Frontline line here. And I'm not too worried about flanking because it dies anyways. Let's just get this down.
Remember and relearn.
And he has to be worried about his health here. Who can Haven do against the Celestial? Another Banisher? Actually, Celestial is a counter to Celestial. So if your opponent goes first, they play Celestial. Then you play Celestial.
I must choose wisely.
Unless they are able to play something else that is in your favor. Yeah, because you either trade it out. Okay, so that was actually a pretty good Sihon lead that we had no idea was coming. I will trade this out. We don't have any pings, so that's why I need to make sure that those things die. But yeah, you could do Arcane Keeper. And the protectors. Get rid of this, get rid of this. The Holy Praetorians. I mean, they play a Celestial, then they waste their turn. Trying to get through the front line. Alright, we get a lot of good cards that we need.
Remember and relearn.
Using Glory. So we can steal Initiative, play our front line. And actually that's lethal, right? So that's 8, 9, 12. Yeah, that's lethal here.
Let me think. By the light.
So we're definitely playing this. And I'll put this over here. And then Resurrection deals 5 damage. And so that should be the win.
Justice rises.
Alright, make sure to play it before our guy dies.
Justice rises.
So in that matchup, we're glad we had a Kane. If I was a Landsknecht, that would not have been fun. Alright, 21-23. Alright, I think we need to call it there. We did not get to top 1, but we only lost 1 game today. So did some good climbing. But well, it's just climbing's very slow. We get 1 to 3 MMR every single game. And so everybody needs to start catching up so we can climb a little bit higher. So, alright, thank you everybody for watching today.